Hey everybody, Bob Walton, ROI Commercial Realty, EXP Commercial Realty, Inside919.com. Thank you, Evan, for sitting down with us and allowing us to interview you and your business. Could you explain, give us a little bit of background about yourself and who you are and what you do?
Sure. I'm Evan Staehle. I'm one of the co-founders for Staehle Media. A little bit of background. I pretty much have been past 10 plus years, been in the video production industry as a whole. I started out doing some like videography work, and then moved into more editing after that, and worked at a studio for about 8 years to kind of learn the ropes of production and all that kind of stuff. And I learned a lot from that and kind of applied that to starting my own business, which we did on the side a couple of years ago. Um, and so as of January 2021, we made the business full time. So that's what I'm up to now, is running it full time.
Nice. Okay. And how did you get started?
So yeah, I actually started out as a graphic designer. Actually, is how I really started getting into. That was kind of my minor in college. So after that, I freelanced a bit as like a designer. Um, Really, the video side I think started when I took a class in digital video production. It was called.
Hmm.
So I wanted something to focus on. I was a communications major at the time, so I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do in there. So I was like, I'm just gonna try a video class and see if I like it. I had a friend and a roommate who was involved in video, so I picked his brain a lot about what it's like and that kind of thing. So it sounded interesting, so I figured I'd give it a shot. So I took the class and I was like, hey, this is kind of fun. I like this. So I learned about using a camera and editing and that kind of thing. And some of the projects involved like making little mini movies, which was really fun actually for a class. So it was a blast.
Yeah.
So I decided to stick with it, and then after that, I got an internship doing editing for a local production company, and it was also fun. Learned a lot, and so I was like, I think I'm just gonna stay in this lane for the foreseeable future. So I kind of stayed in there. I did a little bit of freelancing on the side, also with video here and there. I wasn't really doing it like full on until I got a part-time job at a studio in the Raleigh area, and it's kind of from there I stayed in the industry for a good 8 years or whatever from there on out. So
Hmm. And then you branched out on your own?
yeah, so as of it's about January 2018, not January, about like November 2018 at the end. My wife and I had an idea of starting our own business for a while, and
Hmm.
at that time we were just like, hey, what if we just did it and see what happens? So
Right.
we officially decided to go for it and make a thing out of it.
Right. Okay, cool. I think we were talking off camera, scope of your business. So, what do you guys do? What are the limits? The variety of types of videos that you produce.
Yeah, so right now we're mainly focusing on editing videos as our main service offerings. So we do video editing packages primarily for solopreneurs and small businesses. So we do a set amount of videos per month, depending on what package people choose.
Hmm.
The focus mainly is on marketing videos, which would mostly be like social media stuff or YouTube stuff, stuff designed to either promote their business or just offer value to their audience through, short social media videos or maybe a longer form thing they could put on their YouTube channel. It's mostly the style, I guess you'd say, of what we focus on.
Okay. Um, so do you do the recording, or you have your clients submit their recordings to you for editing?
Most people now they submit their own stuff. I mean, we do offer services of recording if they want that, but it seems like at least lately, a lot of people are just doing it themselves nowadays. Probably
Right.
because of the pandemic. So people are so used to Zoom calls and setups, they have no problem just like recording in front of their own, webcam or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, they do it on their end and they send us the footage and then we polish it up and make a nice little videos out of it for them.
Hmm. Do you kind of add in like B-roll type, videography things to just kind of give it a little professional spin on it?
Yeah, we'll do that if necessary. But in the very least, we also do like graphics and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So for social media videos, we usually do like a title, and then we include captions. And pretty much every video we do is pretty much standard, since most people are watching videos online on social with their sound muted. So captions are kind of a must in this day and age. So we make sure we include that as standard with every video that we make. But
Right.
yeah, we'll do that. We'll do background music and any kind of other tweaks we can make to make it look the best they can possibly be.
Okay. And are they uploading their own videos to their platforms, or are you providing that service for them, like YouTube, and let's say their websites or their social media channels?
So uploading will be something that they primarily do themselves. We have one package that does include uploading for their YouTube channel,
Hmm.
which will include the video, and then we write the titles and the descriptions and all that kind of stuff for them. So that's at least that package is the one where we handle that kind of uploading side of things. But for the most part, it's something that they do on their own.
Okay. All right. Evan, so could you describe your ideal customer?
Yes. So our ideal customer would be a stressed out solopreneur who is very sick and tired of editing their own videos. That's it in a nutshell. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
would be either somebody who either doesn't have the skill to do it, or they don't have the, or they do, but they don't have the time. So it's one of
Hmm.
the two. It's usually what we find.
Right.
Um, but at the very least, it's somebody who wants to grow their business and they know they need to take some of their hats off and give them to somebody else. And the one they want to get rid of the most is usually video editing because they
Got it.
typically despise it. It's
Right.
one of the things either like you love it or you hate it. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
um,
Hmm.
so that's where we come in is to take that hat for them so that they can focus on other things like sales and other ways of growing their business.
Yeah. Nice. Um, where are you finding most of your clients these days?
So mostly it's actually LinkedIn. It's probably the biggest lead generator we have is LinkedIn actually. And I
Hmm.
think that's always really been the case ever since we even got started. It's a pretty robust platform for lead generation if you know how to do it right.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, I mean we've gotten that. Um, One time I did try to do a cold email campaign for a little bit just to
Yeah.
test it, and I got like one client from that. So that was the one instance where we got somebody outside of LinkedIn, but that was it. It wasn't enough ROI in that at the time, so I
Oh, okay.
didn't really
All
bother
right.
continuing that campaign.
Yeah. Are you just running an ad of sorts for that for LinkedIn?
Mostly it's just organic content that I'm creating on my own profile. So I'll do that pretty much every weekday, and I've been doing that for a while.
Okay.
And then I'll connect with people through that, and people will just reach out to me from seeing stuff that I create or just from building a relationship, and kind of goes from there. So that's the power of organic content. If you do it right, you'll have people just coming to you asking you for
Right.
help with their whatever problem they have. If you do it
Yeah.
right.
Nice. Why do you think customers select you over other competitors?
Yeah. I'll let the client speak for themselves, I guess. But what we've heard from them, some of them anyway,
Hmm.
at least one has said that they love our customer service, so they find that we are a more hands-on and personal, I guess is the right word to say,
Yeah, sure.
in terms of working them through the process and the whole project. Um, One client we have specifically chose us over somebody else they were working with because of that reason. They love the personal, like actual person that I can like text or call and they can pick up and I can talk to them about, a question I have, and that kind of deal. There's a lot of options out there nowadays for, especially for like video editing, and the remote side of video editing is just very impersonal and like kind of automated. So you just, fill out your inquiry, you send your files, and they handle it all, which is great. But a human touch isn't really there, so you're not really communicating with an actual person. It's just kind of all automated stuff, which some people like that, and that's
Hmm.
fine. But we found that, at least with our clients, is they really like that personal, hands-on kind of feel, like someone that they can actually talk to, who's what they have a relationship with, as opposed to just a robot that's sending them, notifications. If that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, sure. No, that's good. So, what do you think the future is for your type of business, especially post COVID?
Yeah, I see the future, not just as the business, but as the kind of the industry as a whole is content repurposing. I'm noticing seems to be a very big thing, or it's getting bigger lately. Um, I think people are coming to understand that they don't have to create content originally from scratch all the time, is
Hmm.
they can kind of repurpose what they've already created or use bits and pieces from stuff they've already have lying around. So in the case of video, it could be a webinar or a talk they did, on Zoom a while back that they could easily chop this stuff up and reuse it in different ways on social media.
Right, right.
So, and there's all kinds of things you can do with with content repurposing, especially with videos. I think video is the most flexible of all the
Mhm.
content formats because you can easily turn it into a podcast episode, like that's just audio, or you can get it transcribed and turn it into a blog post, or you can chop it up, turn it into social media videos. I think
Right.
there's so much you could do with just one video
Oh,
file.
sure. Yeah, yeah. I've heard other people talk about the same thing. Do you provide that service, or is it just something that you let your clients know, hey, this is what you can do with this?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, So our packages involve a set amount of videos per month, and that can come from whatever they send us. So that could be something new they just filmed themselves, or they could just send us a webinar and be like, "Here, chop this up for us," which we could easily, handle for them. So
Yeah, nice. Is there anything specific that you would like our audience to know about what you do, the services you provide, other things that you would like to leave us with before we sign off?
yeah, I would say now is a great time to get started with video marketing if you're not already making videos yourself. And I think in today's day and age, it's easier than ever. I think a lot of people don't jump in because they feel like, oh, I don't have the time, or I don't have the right gear, or I don't have like the know-how to do that. But there's so many tools out there that make it a lot simpler to just jump in. I mean, even nowadays, like most people have a setup at their house they're using, so you can easily just use a webcam, or phones these days have like amazing cameras on the back, so you can easily use that as a camera, just whip it out and record. So I think video is a lot more accessible nowadays. So there's not a whole lot of excuses left in terms of making videos yourself, and there's so
Right.
many ways to do it that's efficient and time saving, so that it won't take as long as most people think it will. I mean, I know when you hear like video production or making videos, some people might think, oh my gosh, it's going to take like hours to get that all set up and done. But if you do it right, it can only really just take like 1 hour a week, if that, if you have a system in place that allow you to repeat it
Yeah.
and do it over and
Yeah.
over again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing something similar. I've got my spin on it, and I've got a YouTube channel. Which, by the way, do you have a YouTube channel that you promote?
I do, yes. So you just search for Staehle Media and you'll find us trying to create regular content about helping out with video marketing tips and tricks and that kind of stuff. So look for us on YouTube that way.
Excellent. Okay, yeah, I'll make sure to post that link as well. Anyway, I appreciate your taking time with us, and certainly do
Yeah.
wish you well. You'll be someone that I'll be able to promote, when if I get opportunity or I'm asked, hey, do you know somebody who can help us with video?